It's a Minisode. 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 Fixing Eagles mini episode.
Hello and welcome to Just for Fixing Giggles. I'm your host, Kat.
And I'm Gustav.
By now, I'm sure you know, by reading the title of this episode, we're coming to the end of social skills.
From now on, we have no social skills.
Yeah, from now on, we're fucked. Well, in 305 Unreal's defense, in their notes, they do say indefinite hiatus. So
We will
there's
be.
hope.
We will be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. But for now, this is the indefinite finale. Gustav, how are you feeling?
It's a little unnerving, you know. I feel
Yeah.
a little wistful, a little nervous for what's to come. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do without this.
The buffer that is just reading their
Yeah.
fanfiction. Yeah. Well, I think we should maybe quit prolonging the process and just get into it.
I think we gotta bite the bullet here.
Yeah. I sent you the link because I know damn well you don't fucking have it.
I actually think I may have.
Oh. Well, why don't you check first?
Let me. All right, fine.
I'll be genuinely fucking shocked.
I think I bookmarked this one, but I may not have also.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we have.
No.
All right, that's what I fucking thought. Use the fucking link I sent you.
I will.
305 Unreal, if you're listening, please don't hold this against us. I swear to God, I just know from my heart that I have you bookmarked all the time. So, Gustav, you are reading today.
All right. So here we go, the final, for now, installment
For now.
of Social Skills by the one and only 305 Unreal.
Let's give him an applause. Woo!
All right, so the summary reads, a parentheses Monday in the life of Leonard Hofstadter. The notes say, formatting is a little off on this one, but there's still correspondence involved. So it counts, lol. Extra long since I'll be on indefinite hiatus soon. No.
This is me crying.
Shout out to my most recent commenters, Elixa Delta, Fia055, random underscore person underscore in underscore two TO underscore many underscore fandoms, and random plot bunny. Trigger warning, harsh bullying and injury. No!
Oh, shit, we're in for it. Oh, I do want to note, we are recording this on October 19th, and this was written April 28th.
Oops.
Yeah, well,
Hi, everybody. Editing Gustav here. It's February that I'm editing this, so I'd like to extend an apology for that. Back to the show.
Busy lives.
It happens. Okay, here we go.
Alright.
On a cold December night, the wind howls outside as Leonard climbs the creaky stairs to the dimly lit attic. He enters carefully, mindful of the low ceiling, and flips the single dangling light bulb to illuminate the dusty space. Cobwebs fill the corners, and boxes of who knows what cluttered the floor, and leaning stacks of wooden beams held up the slanted roof. Sounds very ramshackle. When he can find the time, Leonard makes his way. This sounds like more like a shed. I was like, this does not sound structurally stable for an attic of a house. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's the injury.
Yeah, the house.
He fucking beefs it, dude.
The house falls apart. When he can find the time, Leonard makes his way over to the unfinished corner where he's been working on his project. The first version of the hugging machine.
What?
Is that right? Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So it's disassembled. Its gears and wiring strewn about as he analyzes what went wrong with its calibration.
Is this fucking lore?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember that part.
Hugging. If not, what a wild imagination. Hugging machine, Big Bang Theory. Oh, it's like a thing.
Oh, okay. The first version. I think I might have skipped that word.
Oh, okay. So maybe we shouldn't bully this because the description is a hugging machine, or better and commonly known as a hug machine, also known as hug box, a squeeze machine, or a squeeze box. Okay. Is a deep pressure device designated to calm hypersensitive persons, usually individuals with autism spectrum disorder. Okay, so me.
All right, fair enough. Yeah.
You know what? Okay, King. Thanks for doing it. Continue.
Okay, its gears and wiring strewn about as he analyzes what went wrong with its calibration. Taking a seat on an overturned apple crate, Leonard pulls out his notebook and begins sketching designs for version 2.0. He wants the arms to move with more sensitivity this time, gently enveloping whoever stands within its reach in a soft but reassuring embrace. Hours pass as Leonard tinkers, losing himself in his work. Outside the wind continues to blow, but up in the solitary attic, it provides much desired white noise as he solders and screws pieces together. His brow furrows in concentration, occasionally pausing to check the diagrams in the dim light. A new machine slowly begins to take shape from scrap metal and loose parts. Leonard glances up in surprise as the creaking floorboards echo from below, followed by the faint murmur of the TV. Has he really been working all night without noticing? Now that he knows, though, his eyes sting with tiredness as he removes his smudged safety goggles and rubs at them, squinting against the streaks of dawn sunlight now streaming through the dusty attic windows. Birds chirp merrily outside, announcing the new day. As he slowly becomes more aware of his surroundings, Leonard can hear the soothing tones of Bob Ross drifting up from the living room. King.
King? Alright, okay.
His dad calls when breakfast is ready. Leonard's stomach rumbled loudly, reminding him he's been subsisting only on granola bars. That's a fate worse than death. He turns back to survey his work, pleased to see the hugging machine's arms now moving through their range of motion with fluid grace. He pushes up his flannel pajama sleeve to stare at the watch face, shocked to see that it's already 7:15 a.m. His energy is running low, but more importantly, he's running late. Uh-oh. The hugging machine only needs a few more adjustments, but he doesn't have the time. Instead, he searches the cluttered attic for his dad's old storage locker. Alfred's old exercise equipment and unused sporting goods are doing nothing more than collecting dust behind the stacked plastic tubs filled with university clothes and holiday decorations. A storage locker that was purchased years ago sits abandoned amongst the items. Leonard carefully maneuvers the hugging machine inside, shielding it from view with the stacked items around it, until only its charging cord snakes out. Although his energy is depleted, adrenaline fuels him as he creeps to the attic entrance hatch and pauses, pressing his ear attentively to the floor. No sounds of movement drift up from the second level, only silence. Taking a calming breath, Leonard slowly pulls back the hatch and peers down the dim hallway. Seeing that it's clear, he lowers himself down the folding ladder in a crouch, hoping the old hinges won't creak and alert his family below. Wasting no time, Leonard tugs a broom from the nearby cleaning closet, using the bristles to push the hatch firmly into place. His heart pounds as he races toward the bathroom at the end of the hall, throwing open the shower for a hurried cleansing before changing into his school clothes. Trying to hide his heavy footsteps, Leonard swings his backpack around and grips the polished wooden banister with his free hand. Taking a deep breath, he launches himself onto the smooth railing and swiftly slides down to the first floor landing.
God,
damp hair flying.
He fucking would.
Yeah, like...
He would be that kid, like the stereotypical kid in like those 80s movies where they ride the rail and they go,
banister.
whoa!
Yeah.
I will discriminate on that.
That's pretty cheesy, Leonard.
Yeah,
Corny.
But like, whatever. Corny. I don't care if you're smart.
Damp hair flying back from his face. Reaching the bottom without a sound, he pauses to listen for movement from his mom's home office. I don't know why I paused. Mom's home office. Mom's home office.
It's the host's name.
Yeah. Yeah. Capital O.
Yeah.
From his mom's home office down the hall. Only the dull clacking of keys on her keyboard is heard as she works. Perfect. Next on the docket is navigating past the kitchen without alerting his dad. Creeping stealthily, he hears his baby brother cooing from his high chair. Alfred gently replies to the young boy from across the room as he cleans the breakfast dishes. Taking his chance, Leonard dashes through the back hallway entrance. Oh my god. The back hallway entrance.
Wow, you're just like me.
We're making
in
up
your
new
cat
characters.
era for real.
Yes. through the back hallway entrance to the kitchen in a few quick strides. Snatching the remaining pieces of bacon from the cooling rack, he pivots immediately and flees silently out the back door. Leonard exhales sharply, shouldering his bag as he reaches the sidewalk. He spots the yellow bus as it pulls away from the far corner just then. He knows that the shy, quiet boy could never call out after it. What?
He is.
Oh, he is. The quiet boy he is.
Come on.
Skipping words, damn. The shy, quiet boy he is could never call out after it. Instead, he adjusts his backpack and begins the long walk to school, crunching contentedly on bacon as he goes. As Leonard strolls down the quiet suburban street, he passes Katerina's light blue
Let's
house.
fucking go! Let's fucking go! Who is this wonderful OC? Oh, me oh my.
Anyway, he passes Katerina's light blue house on the corner. Predictably, her fluffy orange tabby Robingale is sunning herself on top of the chain link fence that separates their yard from Widow Watson's. Oh my god. What a name. On the other side. In the neighboring garden, Leonard spots the elderly woman bent over her flower beds, gently attending to her rows of vibrantly blooming petunias. As he walks by, her wrinkled face lifts, and she waves a dirt-stained glove in greeting. Good morning, Leonard. Finished with tinkering in that attic workshop of yours? She calls warmly.
That did not sound old enough to me.
Okay. Good morning, Leonard. Finished the tinkering in that attic workshop of yours? She calls warmly.
That was so good. That was genuinely so fucking good.
Widow Watson has lived on the block for decades and always takes an interest in her neighbors and their latest projects. Leonard pauses at the fence, still chewing his last piece of bacon. Just working on a new hugging machine design, ma'am, he answers shyly. When you're done with schoolwork, come back and help me deadhead these flowers, would you? Could use the company.
God, I hope she comes back.
Her blue eyes twinkle at him through strands of wispy white hair that have fallen loose from her bun. Leonard nods politely in reply, appreciating her kind invitation as always, before continuing his walk to school where the day's lessons will soon begin. As Leonard approaches the end of his block, the stately white form of the old Baker Bell house comes into view. It had once guided ships safely into the harbor with its rotating beacon back when Mr. Hofstadter was just a boy. Now it stands as a private residence. Its windows walk long...
What? It's what?
Sorry. Its windows walk long, unused, but still lending charm to the roofline. Two familiar figures emerge from the front gate just then. Cynthia and Noreen chat animatedly as they walk, cousins who live there with their relatives. Though not close friends, Leonard knows they attend his school. Their older cousin Greg suddenly appears in the doorway, juggling car keys and a toddler at his hip. Morning, Leonard. Have a good weekend? Greg calls out tidily to the boy walking past. His smile seems warier these days with a baby now in the house. Yeah, tell me about it.
Whoa, wait, what do you mean tell you about it?
Nothing, no.
Wait. Do you have a child?
No.
Okay, sorry. I had to ask.
I think you would know if I did.
Well, you know what? Maybe I fucking wouldn't.
Think I might have mentioned that to you.
I don't know. Maybe you would want to keep it quiet until they were like 18.
Secret child.
Yeah. It happens.
Little Leona babbles happily as she plays with her dad's hair, ignorant of the early hour. Yeah, fucking babies are so stupid.
Literally, herd, brother. I can't believe they exist.
Waving to Greg in return, Leonard slows to accompany the girls as they continue toward the school down the street together. A light breeze carries the tang of sea air, along with the first screams of seabirds waking over the water. Walking. Jesus, birds.
Whoa! My favorite kind.
Leonard is content to observe and listen as Cynthia and Noreen chat, walking the familiar road as the sun rises higher beyond the lighthouse. As the final warning bell rings across the playground, Leonard, Noreen, and Cynthia hurry through the front doors of Woodrow Wilson Elementary. They part ways at the upstairs landing, the younger kids heading left while Cynthia goes right towards the upper-level classrooms. Rounding the corner, Leonard and Noreen run into Gustav and his group of rowdy boys loitering by the lockers. Let's go!
Can I be Gustav?
Sure.
Okay. Read the sentence prior one more time,
Okay.
sorry.
Rounding the corner, Leonard and Noreen run into Gustav and his group of rowdy boys loitering by the lockers.
Well, look who decided to show their faces today.
That's not his voice that we did last time.
I don't believe he's spoken before. Thank you very fucking much.
I'm pretty sure he has. He was making fun of Leonard's monkey sticker, remember?
Oh shit, he was. Well, who read him? Well, this is how he is now.
Alright, fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. like we've ever been consistent about
like
voices
we
before.
care for
Yeah.
continuity. Yeah, like fucking right. You've heard how I do, Leonard. Shit changes every word.
Yeah, sometimes he's Australian, sometimes he's a New Yorker.
Well, no, he's always Jersey. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Gustav sneers as they approach the lockers. He deliberately blocks Noreen from accessing her combination lock. Not one for confrontation, Leonard anxiously stands back. After long minutes of Gustav's taunts and attempts to ruin their morning, the final
Typical
bell finally
Gustav.
rings. Grinning victoriously, Gustav and his gang saunter off to their classes, leaving the locker area in disarray. Racing against time, Leonard and Noreen frantically clean up the mess and retrieve their workbooks. They slam their locker doors in unison and bolt for the stairwell, hearing Mrs. Potts' muffled voice already starting the morning lesson as they burst breathlessly into 4B reading class. Red-faced and tardy, they slide into their seats, dreading the teacher's reaction to their late arrival. Rather than embarrass them in front of the class, Leonard's blush burns even hotter as Miss Potts, not Mrs., silently places the incriminating... She's single, fellas.
Ladies, gentlemen, dial in.
Miss Potts silently places the incriminating pink slips onto their desks. Her disapproval is evident in the stern look she spares them before returning to the whiteboard. Taking a deep breath, Leonard tries to focus on the reading comprehension tasks she's assigned. Though Gustav isn't in this reading class, yeah, bet Buddy can't read.
Oh, I know he's fucking illiterate. I know he is.
One of his usual cohorts, Adamari, is seated nearby and smirks over at Leonard. It only further fuels Leonard's embarrassment, his cheeks flaming as he stares at the short story passage, willing the words to stop swimming on the page. Beside him, Noreen is mostly unbothered, working diligently to analyze and summarize the key plot points. However, Leonard struggles, overly aware of Adamari's snide stare and overthinking every sentence as the minutes tick by agonizingly slow. To his horror, Miss Potts soon walks around the room to check their progress. Her stern gaze lingers on his near-blank worksheet with a disappointed frown. See me after class, Leonard. We need to discuss improving your focus, she states softly
She
before...
sounded like Chuck E. Cheese.
They're all from Jersey, okay?
She sounded like Chuck.
Now, my Chuck E. Cheese would have been like, see me after class, Leonard.
Oh, God. Yeah.
She states softly before moving on. His insides twist with shame at letting her down. Aw. As the period finally ends and his classmates filter out chatting, Adamari shoots him a parting smirk. Leonard looks away and slinks over to the teacher's desk, who's writing the conversation to come. He stands nervously before Miss Potts' desk as the classroom empties. I'm sorry I wasn't more focused in class today, he says softly, eyes downcast. Is everything all right? She asks with concern. He hesitates, cheese.
She's, whoa.
Cheeks flushing even more, if possible. Some guys were, bothering me and Noreen at our lockers. It made us late, he offers vaguely. Miss Potts frowns. I see. And was someone also distracting you during the lesson? At Leonard's shy nod... Leonard's shy nod. She sighs. You know, that's not fair to you. But I need you to at your best. Is anything else contributing to your fatigue? Yeah, maybe staying up all night. Leonard shifts uncomfortably under her probing gaze. It's just been a long weekend, that's all, he replies evasively. She eyes him thoughtfully. If the issues persist, please let me know. Your learning is important. Leonard nods, relief washing over him as he's dismissed. He hurries off to his next class, still embarrassed but glad Miss Potts hadn't demanded any names from her shy student. He steps into his next class. He steps into his next classroom, room 4C, for mathematics with Mr. Singh, and takes his regular seat at the front. Numbers don't hold the same mysteries for him as inventions, so he hopes for a calmer period. Once the what? I don't even know what I was going to say.
Once the mid?
I don't even know. Once the bell rings, I have no idea. Leonard listens attentively as Mr. Singh begins the day's lessons on multiplication and division. Oh, it's multiplication. That's what I saw the future.
Yeah, okay. Convenient.
Word problems describing scenarios like sharing cookies or grouping toys catch his interest. He works steadily through the example calculations and problems. During the independent practice time, Leonard breezes through the worksheets. Dividing up amounts between groups or figuring how many items can be bought for a price come naturally to his logical mind. With the other students still working, he raises his hand for another page of challenge problems. Nerd. By the end of class, I bet he asked for more homework. Leonard,
Shut up! You know damn well he's probably the one whenever, like, the teacher forgets to, like, check homework.
He's like, Mr. Singh, we had homework last night, didn't we? And everyone's like, shut the fuck up, Leonard.
No, that's literally him.
Yeah.
Or like,
Mr. Singh, I think you forgot to assign us something.
that's literally him.
That's,
But you know
that's
what?
Sheldon. That's Sheldon at his school.
Oh, shit. Well, you know what? I love both of them for it. I respect them.
By the end of class, Leonard has completed... okay, sorry, I was looking for a past tense there. I was looking for a past tense. Leonard has completed over... I thought it was going to be had completed. Has completed over
God,
half
you
of
really
the
are
nights.
fucking up today.
Fuck you, shut up.
So, silence women.
Over half the night's math homework as well. Mr. Singh nods in approval at his early finish. Glad to have the opportunity to focus, Leonard begins packing up, feeling accomplished instead of embarrassed. When the bell signals the shirt, oh my god. Signals the short mid-morning break, Leonard gathers his things and trots to the art wing. His energy is flagging after the long, stressful morning. Weaving through the bustling halls, he arrives outside the choir room as usual. He exhales with a sigh of relief when he spots no line in front of the Healthy Helpers vending machine stocked with nuts, fruit, and veggie packs. He would. Checking his pockets, Leonard is glad to find a crumpled dollar bill left over from the weekend. He feeds the dollar into the machine and takes his time perusing the Still feeling groggy. Still feeling groggy.
Yeah, I was gonna let that one slide.
An orange and granola bar offer the most energy for his buck. Peeling the fruit slowly. What'd you say?
I said hippie. This guy's a
Yeah.
fucking hippie. He's going for granola
Fucking-
every goddamn time.
Yeah.
Expand your horizons.
It's not that good. It can't be that good.
It's speaking of mid from earlier.
Yeah. Tell me
Mid.
about it, brother. Peeling the fruit slowly, he leans against the wall, inhaling the sweet, tangy scent, waking up his senses. The simple sugars perk him up as he eats, visualizing ideas for after school to pass the time. Unless he can conceptualize machines through technical what? Unless he can conceptualize machines through technical drawings. That is a sentence fragment that makes no sense. Too soon, the warning bell chimes.
Someone's defensive.
Dropping the untouched granola bar into... Hey, if I'm gonna fuck up, I better have a reason.
You know what? God bless.
Dropping the untouched granola bar... Yeah, that's right, untouched. Good. Don't eat that shit. Dropping the untouched granola bar into his bag and tossing the fruit peel into the nearest bin, Leonard hauls his backpack over his shoulder and heads down the corridor, entering the visual arts classroom. Easels are propped up in the back, but Leonard takes a seat at the large oblong table at the center of the room, whipping out his worn sketchbook. Lost in his plans for Captain Krypton's gear assembly. Is that the name of the robot, I guess? That was like his battle bot, right?
Yes.
That's
yes.
right. Leonard begins scribbling calculations and proposed blueprint sketches. Smooth microservers will grant more dexterity, but at the cost of torque. Or perhaps solar panels for supplemental power? I mean, that might work, but I'm feeling like it's going to be inside most of the time. What? Solar power?
Oh my god, shut up.
I'm just saying.
Shut up.
I can't make comments now.
Let him. No, not when they're mean.
That wasn't mean. I'm posing a
Not when they're
legitimate...
critical.
I'm posing a legitimate scientific question. I'm just saying.
People can fight outside.
I guess
You can
I guess
charge.
so.
You can charge it before it works.
All right, I guess so. I don't know how he's
You know
going to
what,
use it.
this
Yeah.
might be the finale for us too. You know what?
Damn, all over this. This is where you draw the line.
Yeah. This is where I draw. Yeah, when you start fucking up, there leaves no room for me. I can't.
Hey, I put up with your
pushed me
ass
too far.
every episode. Every time you read. He jots notes weighing the options. So engrossed, it takes Leonard a moment to notice the curious gazes of his table mates, Fia and Delta, watching over his shoulder. Unused to such close scrutiny, heat rises in his cheeks as self-consciousness grips him. Quickly, he slams the sketchbook closed, concealing his private designs from their view. Sorry, just working on oh my god, what? Why? Phone ringing. Okay.
What the hell? What the fuck is happening?
It's my
What?
phone
Who
ringing.
is it?
Sorry, no, it's just some random number. It calls me every
Oh.
day.
Ask them if they want to be on the pod.
Yeah, it's a robocall. I know it is. It's from Florida though.
Well, oh,
It's not you.
okay.
Okay. Sorry. Just working on an entry for the robotics contest, he stammers lamely, wishing he could hide within the pages. The girls smile and withdraw, respecting his shyness, but Leonard finds it hard to relax his guard for the rest of the class. As the teacher, Miss Lee, arrives in the classroom, Leonard hastily shoves his sketchbook away, hoping to avoid any more unwanted attention. Clapping her hands, Miss Lee announces they will be focused on perspective drawing techniques and shading today. Leonard perks up slightly, eager to hone his technical skills. I'll assign partners randomly so you can learn from each other, Miss Lee speaks clearly, holding a coffee can and popsicle sticks. Sorry, I don't know where that sentence was going to go. That's why I fumbled that. She begins pulling
fine.
out the sticks, reading aloud the names written on them. When she reads out Leonard Hofstadter and Jackson Perseus, that's a Percy Jackson reference. Let's
Stupid ass
go.
last name. Oh.
Get it? It's reversed. Jackson Perseus
okay.
instead of Perseus
Okay.
Jackson.
Okay.
No comment on Percy Jackson? You don't like
Um,
thoughts?
I read the first book.
Wow. Okay. I see.
Sorry. What? No, I mean, do
Not
you want me to speak on something I don't know?
Not a fan of the Olympians, eh?
I hate the Olympics.
The Olympians, the series.
Yeah. Oh, so the people that compete.
Okay. Moving on. When she reads out Leonard Hofstadter and Jackson Perseus, Leonard exhales quietly in relief. While Jackson can be boastful, at least Leonard knows him from their shared time in the school orchestra. They often practice
Okay,
together,
Kings.
with Leonard on the cello and Jackson on the piano. It'll be easier working with him than dealing with the uncomfortable scrutiny from curious girls like Fia or Delta after they've seen his private designs. Whoa. As the pairs begin gathering materials, Leonard scans the room. Fia is already deep in an animated conversation with her partner, but Delta catches his eye and waves. Leonard smiles shyly back before turning to focus on the task at hand with Jackson. What technique do you think we should try first? He asks.
Jesus.
Between Jackson's quiet humming and Leonard's increased focus on getting the perspective just right, the class period flies by in a blink for Leonard. Stepping back to examine their work, he's pleased to see most of the steps outlined correctly on the paper despite a few rough edges. It isn't the high quality piece some of the others have managed, but Leonard still feels proud of their mutual efforts. Look at us go! I think we really caught on to the techniques, Jackson whoops. His boisterous enthusiasm calls
Insane clown posse.
calls some of the classmates over, which makes Dinner unconsciously curl. Did I say dinner? Did I call him dinner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which makes
What the fuck?
I thought I said that. I was like, wait, did I say dinner? Dinnered.
God. Dinnered.
Which makes Leonard unconsciously curl in on himself a bit. While he shares the pride of accomplishment, Leonard isn't comfortable drawing that kind of attention. He steps away but smiles shyly and nods. We did all right. Just need more practice to perfect it. When the bell rings, Leonard turns to gather his supplies, allowing Jackson's bubblier persona to depart first. He takes his time while the class filters out so he can slip away unnoticed. He adjusts his backpack straps, taking the stairs 2 at a time, heading up with his worn soles fitting each groove perfectly from years of use. His energy levels rise in anticipation of what class comes next, his most cherished subject, science. Reaching the 3rd floor landing, Leonard enters the laboratory with fresh curiosity.
Shut up. God damn it.
The chalkboard in front
Dexter fucking ass.
has one message. Get into your groups. That's such a threat. Get into your groups. Now, go! There are 24. That's just, 25 is just funnier than 24, that's all.
God, shut up, bitch.
Organized seats in the center of the room, and lab tables line the walls on either side. Leonard makes his way to his usual spot, giving his teammates a wide berth as they arrive, laughing boisterously. He takes out his What?
Birth.
It's a word.
No, I know.
Use it in a sentence. Go ahead.
Okay. Leonard makes his way to his usual spot, giving his teammates a wide berth as they arrive, laughing boisterously.
Can I have a definition, please?
Of what?
Of birth.
Certainly. So...
Don't Google it. No Googling. I hear you typing.
No, you don't. It is like a space.
Okay, good. All right. Good. Very good. Class dismissed. He takes out his well-worn notebook, straightening pages neatly as the others toss their bags haphazardly atop the shared lab table. Jenna regales Mike and Travis about sneaking sips from her brother's hidden stash. Are they in, like, 4th grade?
Aren't they like 7th?
Oh, okay, sorry. I was like, I remember seeing the class numbers 4, and I was like, does that mean like they're like 4th grade?
Fuck, I don't know. But there was this kid when I was in 7th grade named Justin. He bullied me, but I mean, go figure. That was a lot of people. But anyways, oh, why'd you laugh?
You started laughing, so I laughed.
Oh, okay. But one day during lunch, when he was going through his lunchbox, he pulled out a thermos, and it had fucking moonshine in it.
Oh my god. What grade were you in?
7th.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I think because like they're in elementary school, right? They're Woodrow Wilson Elementary, so they're like
shit.
Yeah, they're like grade 5.
Oh my god! Wait. Oh fuck. Okay.
I think he's 5th grade. I think that's right.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Yikes.
Moving on.
All right.
Don't sport it.
Though Leonard slightly doubts as she's as rebellious as she appears. Mike gives a cocky smirk when the topic shifts, giving Leonard a love tap to the shoulder as he mimics punching an invisible opponent, no doubt reliving his last night's hockey scuffle. Hockey, let's go! Travis eggs him on with crude jokes, whereas Jenna rolls her eyes, already losing interest in their antics. Settling in with his pencil at the ready, Leonard lets their background noise fade into a blur. The assignment will soon start, and he'll get straight to comprehending complex concepts, oh my god, that's a tongue twister, on his own as always. For now, he gazes absently around the lab, content to let the familiar routine play out once more. Class soon begins, and Miss Wu writes today's lesson on the board. Ecosystems and biodiversity. Although he's got a different wheelhouse of expertise, the interconnected webs of nature fascinate Leonard's inquisitive mind. Oh, like you've never stuttered.
No. I read crystal clear on this pod.
Roll tape. Check the replay.
What if I made like a compilation of all the different
chat?
clips?
Clip that.
Do your work.
Miss Wu outlines the interactive lab experiment, explaining how they'll be measuring microhabitats in the schoolyard. Leonard blinks in surprise, glancing down at the small compartment of his backpack where his inhaler rests. Still, the prospect of the experiment intrigues him. Quickly scanning the instructions, he begins to strategize the most comprehensive survey method. By the time his teammates realize what's going on, they high-five over, quote, missing class time. Yeah, true. I always loved outdoor classes. It was like, sweet, we don't have to be in this stupid room today. Let's go.
Real? That was me when Dr. Dodds would let us go outside for music.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And music bib.
Yeah, I always loved the classes where, like, also when they put on the Bill Nye, best day.
Oh, yeah. We were cooking then.
Leonard, meanwhile, has already prepared observation templates for them, so it looks like they're doing the work. King. He delegates roles to them as they walk. Jenna will sketch flora, Travis will record insect behavior, and Mike will take Polaroids, handing over the papers and 3 borrowed pencils he'll never see again.
At least he's self-aware.
He's got loners. He's like, yeah, take my fucking... Gives him this, like, he keeps the Ticonderoga for himself. He gives his fucking whatever, like...
Oh, wow,
whatever,
not the Ticonderoga.
the knockoff brand to his classmates. We all know Ticonderoga is the elite pencil.
Sure.
America's #1 pencil. I'm pretty sure it says that on the box.
Well, all right.
Even though it's
Whatever
a number 2 pencil. Ha ha ha. Okay, sorry. Stepping outside, the class scatters across the yard. Leonard begins transecting alone. Right? Yeah, okay. Unless he notices his strategic classmate Lydia doing the same. Their efficient teamwork requires no discussion, precisely delineating and notating the zone. From the corner of his eye, Leonard surveys the side habitats. Jenna giggles with her best friend Naomi, and a quiet but cool student Tuck near bushes bursting with life. Travis
I bet he drank the elixir of life.
What?
Tuck? I bet he drank the elixir of life.
Sure.
This is a literary reference coming from me. Tuck Everlasting?
I've never read it.
Oh, God. Come on. Are you serious?
I don't even know what that book is.
No, fuck it. You're fucking me.
No, I've never heard of that.
Tuck Everlasting. It's about this little girl who finds this family that drank from like that water fountain that's like immortal water, and so they stay so they stay the same age, even though he's like 100 years old. He's like actually like 14.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of like Peter Pan kind of thing.
No,
not quite, but.
And then there's like one point where they get in trouble and they're gonna get like hung, and they're like, we'll
my
just
God.
be dangling there and never die. And so like the girls like go to the gallows to save them. I don't know. I read it in like 4th grade.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, we never read this one.
Oh,
Never had to
okay.
read
Well,
this
I
one.
bet
I've
I
never
bet
heard
I
of
was
it.
reading it while you were learning about fucking Pompeii. So
Well, I learned about it correctly, so.
I was learning about everlasting water, and you were learning about volcanoes.
I don't know. Volcanoes are sick, man.
Well, you know, I learned them in an appropriate time, 6th grade.
And you learned it incorrectly.
Well, you fucking know what? Leonard's in fucking 4th grade right now, and you know what? Pompeii, not mentioned once.
305, get on
So,
that. 305 Unreal, get
So,
on that.
so why don't you drop that down real quick?
I'm gonna need 305 Unreal if you're listening. I'm gonna need a flashback to Leonard in grade 2.
No, 305
When he-
Unreal. I swear.
When
no,
he
I swear-
appropriately should have learned that Pompeii was in Italy along with Mount Vesuvius. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that right now. Or whenever whenever you feel like writing again. On your time.
Okay. Anyway.
Anywho,
Bitch.
Travis leads roving reporter Jimmy and Rowdy Betsy on an insect chase. Ginny's superstitions no doubt providing commentary. When the boisterous Marissa and theatrical Skaggy notice Linda and him, Leonard stiffens. Lydia, not Linda. Leonard stiffens, unused to unnecessary socialization during studies.
Socialization.
Socialization during studies. He exhales slowly, picturing diagrams and formulas to calm worried thoughts. Focusing on neatly scribbled transect notes distracts him from their bubbly enthusiasm. Back in the classroom lab, Leonard enthusiastically got a lot of enthusiasm today. Enthusiastically guides his team through
Let him live.
analysis, piecing together the habitat's invisible complexities. The rest of the period flashes by. When the nude bell rings, Leonard packs his contents fastidiously. I bet you would have struggled with that word. While the others toss everything
Shut your fucking mouth.
into their bags haphazardly. I bet you couldn't get that one either. I bet you'd read it haphazardly.
Stop it. What? Stop. God, I don't need this today.
None of his group returned his pencils as predicted. Oh, he called it. His stomach reminds him of its empty state with an audible growl, though he's thankful that it waited for the bell signaling dual lunch and recess. Damn, you don't get separate periods? That sucks.
Crazy.
At the cafeteria line, Leonard pays for an apple and milk, hoping the fiber and calcium will sustain him until supper. Damn, you don't want no sandwich? I guess he's got his fucking granola bar, so.
Yeah.
Since-
That'll suffice.
Yeah. Since the cafeteria is too crowded, Leonard opts to eat outside. He settles in at an empty picnic table, glad for quiet after bustling labs and yards. Only a few bites in, Leonard's focus is broken by dreaded voices. Gustav and his gang are nearby, jeering taunts as usual. Leonard automatically shrinks inward as they grow closer, and he glances around fruitlessly for a teacher to intervene. But with only a small student body, none are near during this break. His milk is suddenly snatched off the table, and Leonard is unsurprised to find Gustav flanked by his usual compatriots. Adamari looks disdainfully over the leader's shoulder, eyeing Leonard like inferior prey. Beside her, Betsy flashes a mischievous smirk. Sorry, mischievous, I always read that wrong. The other 3 kids in the gang are only known by
is
their
it not
animals.
mischievous?
No, it's mischievous. Everyone always says it wrong, including me.
Oh.
If it was
Well, me too.
if it was mischievous, it would have another I after the V, right?
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a common.
Mischievous. Gotcha.
Everybody says it wrong.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Learning moment.
No, me too. I always say it wrong too. I always have to catch myself. Mischievous smirk. The other 3 kids in the gang are only known by their animal monikers: Raven, Snake, and Raccoon.
Ooh.
Raccoon is in the choir. His resting face in class is cheerful.
Ooh.
That's his zone, making the teachers comfortable and totally fooling them. In Gustav's gang, every word out of his mouth is mocking, accusatory, and twisted. Damn. Leonard doesn't know much about Snake, the new kid from
Sounds just like
Kyrgyzstan. Damn. He's quiet, but Leonard has seen him around town, at the bookstore looking through a Black Panther comic and using the 5-finger discount at Blockbuster for the movie Poltergeist.
God, such a shitty pick.
I've never seen it.
Go. Oh, it's so fucking bad.
I've heard it's pretty
so
corny.
bad.
Yeah.
I went to a screening of it in undergrad,
Yeah.
and it was
Not worth your time.
No, it was terrible.
The boys look amused as Leonard shrinks away, but the most chilling member of Gustav's gang is Raven. A pang of hurt strikes Leonard's chest when he sees his former friend, oh no, scowling at him.
weird.
They rode their bikes to see the 10th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, together just 2 years ago. Wait,
That's so sad.
Hang on, wouldn't it? If it was Episode 4, but this is like the 80s, it wouldn't have been Episode 4.
I think they just put it there.
Yeah,
Like that way.
just saying. That's a historical inaccuracy. Now she's a member of the Model UN and chooses Gustav's company as opposed to Leonard's. Fake fan. Today, Gustav's piercing gaze does not embody his usual bullying demeanor. It is filled with intensity and purpose, causing Leonard to instinctively pull back, unsure of what he could have possibly done to provoke such anger from his larger peer. No, Raven scolds Leonard for her tone firm. You don't get to back out now, Curious George. Leonard visibly starts...
Get his ass. Get his fucking ass.
Leonard visibly startles at her words, as if he has been physically hit, while Raven's grip on his biceps tightens from behind. He's then caught off guard by the sudden blow to his nose. Damn! Causing him to emit a pained grunt.
Holy shit.
His body is jolted as he struggles in Raven's tight grip, unable to break free. Another punch lands in his gut, causing him to double over in agony. His arms instinctively wrapping protectively around his stomach as a scream escapes his lips. Snake joins in to help restrain Leonard, ensuring that he's unable to defend himself against the onslaught. With a scowl on his face, Gustav asserts his dominance as he orders his followers to lift Dominance to lift Leonard to his feet. He then delivers a harsh kick to Leonard's knee, emphasizing his belief that Leonard belongs at the bottom of the social hierarchy. You can read it.
Oh, sorry, what? What was that?
You can read it.
You're gonna learn your place, reject.
Gustav sneers, his intention clear as he asserts his authority over Leonard in front of his cronies. Gustav shatters Leonard's glasses with a final punch and signals for Raven and Snake to release him. Leonard crumples to the ground in agony as Gustav struts away. But just as Leonard hopes for a moment of relief, Gustav orders Adamari and Betsy to continue tormenting him. Adamari, known for her psychological cruelty, stands back while Betsy delivers a series of brutal blows to Leonard's body. Only when Leonard's cries subside into pitiful whimpers does Betsy finally stop.
This is genuinely really upsetting.
Yeah, they're fucking kicking his ass. What'd he do? He didn't do anything.
Oh my god. Like, I know we joke and we goof, but Jesus, this Gustav is a terrible person.
I mean, like, he didn't even, I mean, at least Gustav, not to defend a bully, but at least he didn't actually do anything.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh,
he's just the ringleader, which is not good. I'm just saying, but he didn't actually punch him or anything.
I cannot believe you're fucking defending him.
Actually, no, he did punch him.
Name?
He did punch him.
Because he has your name. He stole his milk too.
I'm just saying, like
his bones are brittle.
Yeah,
he's gonna get fucking osteoporosis.
Yeah. And also, I lied. He did punch him to break his glasses at the end there. But still, I'm just saying,
stop defending someone just because he's named after you.
No, I'm not defending him because of that. I'm just saying.
305 and real. Again, I'm so sorry for the lack of care we have here on this podcast. It doesn't represent me.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna defend any of them, he's not doing the ass kicking.
I'm not defending shit. I'm defending Leonard.
All right, fair enough.
Continue, bitch. Continue, bitch.
Think he's had enough? Betsy casually inquires, taking a bite at the apple Leonard had dropped during the attack. Adamari kneels beside Leonard, studying him with cold indifference. She traces her fingers over a patch of dirt before flicking a clod to his face without warning. Yeah, let's go, Adamari decides, standing up and leaving Leonard lying on the ground in pain. Leonard remains on the ground long after the bullies leave. His glasses no longer have glass for the lenses, and the frames are bent out of shape. Lying there, staring up at the cloudy sky through streamed tears and blood streaks that are beginning to dry, he contemplates skipping the rest of the school day. He's only got 2 classes left, and while one isn't too bad, the one lined up next will take his breath away completely. Physical education, being a mix of team sports and individual fitness activities, does not bode well for the young bullied boy. Leonard's hands gingerly probe his mangled knee, assessing the damage with practiced care. Despite tears and blood obscuring checks. What? Oh, okay. I see, okay. Despite tears and blood obscuring checks, no bones feel outright broken, though the joint has clearly been wrenched beyond tolerance. Exhaustion tugs at his weakened frame, but skipping classes goes against his prudent planning and attendance record. Still, facing teammates in the treacherous gymnasium now seems like it would be an insurmountable trial without crutches. Quietly and slowly, Leonard scraps himself some reserves, pulling himself onto the shadowy section of the picnic bench. He curls himself into a protective ball, hiding away from any straggling students once the warning bell rings. Giving himself a 10-minute window, he painstakingly hauls himself upright, fighting fresh waves of wooziness. He draws a few shaky breaths as he steadies his quivering limbs. As he grips the table's edge for balance, his thoughts turn pragmatic. Although his vision is blurred and his leg is impaired, he will not accept defeat and let his attackers win again. The limping trek between the table and the nurse's office takes almost 3 times as long as it normally would. Through countless past visits, Leonard has inadvertently memorized the nurse's somewhat unpredictable schedule. He knows that Miss Sanchez always leaves her post on Monday afternoons for a weekly staff meeting in the principal's office at this hour. With the district facing budget cuts, classic, monthly check-ins have been implemented to scrutinize expenses down to the last medical bandage. No doubt Miss Sanchez is now embroiled in lengthy justifications for supplies used treating common scraped knees and paper cuts. Once safely inside, he locks both doors, grateful that her absence spares any difficult questions about his condition. He's quick to assess the damage more carefully under fluorescent lights. His knee is swollen and purple, but he doesn't think anything is broken, just badly bruised. He rinses the blood from his face and hands, grimacing at the sting of the cold water on his cuts. The lost and found is a plastic blue bin sitting behind the nurse's cluttered... behind the nurse's cluttered desk, and Leonard rummages through it. First, he finds a pair of sweatpants that are a size too large. Then he rummages through the nurse's desk to find a couple of safety pins to hold the pants up. He returns to the lost and found...
Should he be doing this?
I don't know. He returns to the lost and found bin to snatch a worn-out t-shirt he can rip into makeshift bandages for his knee. It's a painful process, but he manages to wrap it tightly, hoping the pressure will help with the swelling. Leonard carefully applies antibacterial tape across his swollen nose, squinting closely at mirrored reflections thrown back at him. With an exhausted sigh, he carefully removes the battered specs dangled uselessly from one rim. No amount of rinsing can fix the spiderweb lenses. The only thing he can do at the moment is to bind the joints of the uneven brass arms back into place with adhesive glue and duct tape that's kept in the bottom of his bag for emergencies. Hopefully, his next instructor will either not notice his red-rimmed eyes or mistake them for tiredness. He collects an ice pack and unlocks the main door as he slips back out the back undetected. The bell rings to end 5th period at 2 p.m., just as Leonard has pulled himself upstairs and around the corner toward the history corridor. He looks like a bruised rag doll as he leans against the wall next to the maintenance closet while students filter out of their classrooms. Panic grips him as he clenches his splinted fingers around abrasions that have the potential to reopen if he's jostled too harshly. The blur of bodies makes him feel nauseous, so he shuts his eyes and leans his head back. Who is this? Oh yeah, Tate. Oi, math nerd! A familiar voice barks out above the noise. Leonard recognizes the owner of the voice without opening his eyes, a hockey player named Tate. He's a misanthropic bully outside of Gustav's gang. The boy sharpies skull tattoos down his arms and chases birds at lunch recess.
Oh, he's cool. He's cool.
Tate shares mathematics and art with him, but generally doesn't speak to him. Leonard groans as he opens his eyes through his fractured specs to face him. How'd you get done so fast? Good at math, he shrugs. Tate rolls his eyes, menacingly shoving a workbook at Leonard. Well, now you're good for both of us. Give me a C or else. Tate flips up his hoodie and storms down the stairs without waiting for a response. Leonard lets out a pitiful groan once he's gone. Fearful of violent retaliation for not completing the athlete's homework, Leonard drops the extra book in his bag and heads down to the social studies classroom. He takes his regular seat in the second row. Eventually, other students file in. Stoodles. I was about to say. He begins to fidget when Delta sits at his left, but the girl is engrossed in a conversation with Marissa and a boy named Sam. The blonde boy is friendly to everyone, Leonard included. Doing good, dude? He asks, tapping Leonard's shoulder with the end of his pencil as he sits behind him. Leonard gives him a wan smile and mutters half-hearted reassurances. The kindness is appreciated, but Leonard doesn't want to make anything more of it. While Sam doesn't look too convinced, he's quickly distracted by the conversation with the girls. Ladies' man. Leonard diverts his gaze as well, noticing Noreen and Cynthia's arrival. Noreen is shy, eyes downcast as she grabs a seat in the front row. Cynthia glances between them, mentally putting pieces together. Instead of her typical malicious cruelty, she holds her tongue and sits beside her cousin. Everybody at the school is a fucking asshole, man.
Literally, these people fucking suck.
Eventually, the teacher arrives, providing a lesson on ancient civilizations. At the end of the class, the students are given a homework assignment due at the end of the week. Build a diorama of an ancient civilization in either Egypt or Mesopotamia.
And yes, I could have pronounced that.
I believe you can pronounce
Before you fucking
Mesopotamia.
ask.
Most of the students file out when... Oh, but I'm sure there will be words that we'll be able to quiz you on later. We haven't even gotten to the letter. Most of the students file out when the last bell rings at 3, save Leonard, Noreen, and Cynthia. You got anyone picking you up? Cynthia asks. It takes Leonard a second to realize she's talking to him, and he stammers that he'll just walk home. No way, she shakes her head. You live in our neighborhood. Dylan will bring you home. She turns and walks away before Leonard can protest further. Dylan is Greg's husband and the designated pickup driver for the elementary students. Noreen smiles at him a little. Smiles a little at him. He follows her to their lockers, and then to the detention room. Miss Reynolds is in charge of detention today. Although she doesn't use roll call, she has a list of students, and she makes a check mark next to each student who hands in their detention slips. Oh, I guess because they were late, right? Detention is simply an hour of silence without sleeping. Noreen opens a library book while Leonard takes out Tate's workbook while his vision is still blurry. The hour seems to stretch forever, but it finally ends. Although Noreen expects him to join her and the cousins in Dylan's van, Leonard tries to sneak away. You look like shit, Jackie greets him in the hall. She's Greg and Dylan's oldest daughter, and Leonard just lets out a self-deprecating laugh. The girl is 3 years older than him and abrasive, but he has known her for years, so her blunt honesty just washes off his back. She scrutinizes him a little, and her face softens. Come on, Luza. You can sit in the back with Leona. She leads him into the van. Cynthia and Noreen join them only moments later. Noreen and Leonard sit in the back with the toddler, not listening to the quiet conversation between the older girls and the men at the front. When the van's engine finally cuts off, Leonard looks out the window, but is surprised that they're at the lighthouse rather than his house. But with a quick look shared between him and Greg in the rearview mirror, Leonard realizes that Jackie and Greg have seen through his pain. Greg has been a doctor at the local teaching hospital for the past 9 years, so he knows a thing or two. Silently grateful, Leonard follows everyone inside, letting Cynthia help him balance. It's 4:45 by the time Leonard is properly patched up and given a borrowed set of crutches. He's a bag of nerves, though, as he keeps checking the time. Do you have somewhere you need to be soon? A schedule to keep? Dylan asks gently. Leonard bites his lower lip, but admits, I practice chess online every Monday at 5.
Fucking dweeb.
Hey, he plays with Sheldon.
Sorry, you're right. He's been kicked around this episode too.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't believe.
Cut him some slack, man.
Apologies.
Without hesitation, Dylan leads Leonard into a safe space for focus. The actuary's workspace provides an island of quiet for that boys. You know what an actuary is, Kat?
Yes, because my brother is working to get his actuary science certificate.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So gotcha, bitch. Fuck you.
The actuary's workspace provides an island of quiet for the boys' needed practice. Leonard stutters through a thank you while Dylan leaves to call Leonard's parents, letting them know where he is without divulging every detail. With trembling hands, Leonard carefully plugs in the cables and waits anxiously as the familiar whirring sound of the modem fills the room. Yeah, dial-up. Nostalgic. Beep. Beep. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Good shit. The LED lights, it's a long time ago. God, I was like, last time I heard dial-up sounds was like, I was like 4, I think.
Probably same.
Yeah.
in real life happening, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like at my parents' computer, like when I was a kid. I think I was about 4 years old. My dad was booting it up to play Donkey Kong. I just remember that. We used to play.
Oh my Jesus. Moving on.
The LED lights flicker to life one by one, casting a soft glow on Leonard's grateful face. As the actuary's modem hums to life, Leonard eagerly waits for the familiar dial-up tone. Yeah! To his surprise, the connection is established swiftly, the progress bar racing across the screen at an impressive speed. Within minutes, Leonard is greeted by the familiar welcome message of AOL, the iconic "You've got mail" echoing through the speakers.
That was really good.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I also had an AOL account. Or my family
I
did.
still do.
Yeah. With a few quick keystrokes, Leonard navigates to his online... Does it still do that, by the way? Does it still do that?
I don't know.
You've
I
got
don't
mail.
use it on the computer.
Oh, okay.
But probably.
I hope they kept that around for the nostalgia. With a few quick keystrokes, Leonard navigates to his online chess program, his fingers deftly moving across the keyboard in anticipation. The clock on his computer screen reads 5 o'clock, a testament to the efficiency of Dylan's setup. Ready to embark on another intense game of chess, Leonard smiles in satisfaction, grateful for the lightning-fast connection speeds of his friend's modem. Although he hasn't heard from Sheldon in over a month, he figures the other boy must simply be too busy. He thought he was ghosting him last time, but he just had a very busy few weeks. Fingers crossed they'll get paired today. Captain Krypton is searching for opponents in Hoboken, New Jersey. Captain Krypton is searching for opponents in any city, Texas. Captain Krypton has been matched with Queen Waffles. Although it isn't who he wants, he accepts the match and begins the game. Using strategy and several years of practice, Leonard executes a great starting move. His opponent moves their piece rather haphazardly. Leonard's unsure if this is an intricate move that will blindside him, or if they just don't understand the game. The captain puts his skills to the test, while the queen dances in a chaotic frenzy, making their pieces bump into each other and scatter in all directions. Leonard watches in disbelief as they move their queen into the line of fire. He pulls up the instant chat function. Captain Krypton: how long have you been playing? Captain Waffles: I don't know. Captain Krypton: I've been playing a few years. I learned after watching Star Trek. Queen Waffles: what's that? Captain Krypton: oh my gosh, you have to watch the original Star Trek. It's this amazing sci-fi show from the 60s that follows Captain Kirk, the super cool and charming leader of the USS Enterprise, and his loyal and logical first officer Spock. Kirk is the ultimate space cowboy, always getting into crazy adventures and flirting with alien babes, while Spock is this half-human, half-Vulcan who's super smart and always keeping Kirk in line. Their bromance is epic. Is bromance a word back in the 80s?
It is now.
It is now.
He coined it.
He coined it. He started it. And they have the best banter ever. Plus, the show has all these cool alien spaceships and moral dilemmas. It's a total classic, and you have to check it out. Live long and prosper. Queen Waffles: what's that mean? Captain Krypton: means you're wishing someone to have a long and happy life. Captain Krypton: you're supposed to say peace and long life back. Queen Waffles: like happy birthday and thank you. Typos.
Hey, that's
Captain
real
Krypton:
though.
yeah, kinda. Checkmate.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. Live long and poor spear.
I love this.
Peace and long life. Leonard shakes his head as the game ends. He had some fun playing with the esteemed queen, but now it's time for another appointment. He inclines to save Queen Waffles as a frequent opponent and starts the search again. Captain Krypton is searching for opponents in Hoboken, New Jersey. Captain Krypton is searching for opponents in any city, Texas. Captain Krypton has been matched with Commander Vader.
Yay!
A wide grin stretches across his face, and Leonard immediately brings up the instant chat before even starting the match. Captain Krypton: Sheldon? Commander Vader: yes, is this Leonard? Captain Krypton: I'm so glad I found you. The feeling is mutual. Sheldon begins the match once the greetings are made, but they keep chatting. It is fortuitous that we have met here, as I am not currently living at my previous address. You're not?
God.
You didn't get my last letter? I have not. However, my mother has spoken to me over the phone and expressed to me that she will keep it out of the viewing eyes of my nosy siblings.
Noby.
Noby sizzlings.
Love that.
Where do you live now? I am attending Wilmot School for the Gifted in Dallas. Therefore, I am living with a host family. That's cool. Living with your host family sounded like living with your family sounded like a zoo. Medford High School is a zoo. Living with my family is a circus. How's your host family? A hippie retreat. I am attempting to view this new experience through the eyes of Commander Spock. In doing so, it feels as though I am living in his worldview during the events of Plato's stepchildren. They're making you sing and dance against your will? Affirmative. It appears to be a nightly ritual in order to attain dinner. I guess I should say good luck, but I doubt a logical half-Vulcan like yourself believes in such things. Luck is illogical, but finding you out of everyone else in the system to be my pen pal was infinitesimal. I struggled with that one.
Yeah,
Not gonna
it's
lie.
okay.
I wouldn't have.
You almost make me believe in luck, Leonard. Well, Sheldon, you almost make me believe in miracles. This was quite entertaining, but I must take my leave. I bid you adieu until Thursday practice. Checkmate. 8 Eastern time, 7 Central Time on the dot. Commander Vader leaves the chat, and Captain Krypton stars him as a frequent opponent. Despite himself and the insane day he's had, Leonard just sits back in the office chair and smiles dopely at the computer. It's suddenly become such a great day. Aw.
Yay!
Good ending.
All right, let's read some comments.
All right. I love this person's profile pic on the first commenter.
Oh, Spunk Bob.
Spunk Bob. Stand-up Spunk Schbob. Spongeborp. YPS124 writes, the ending is so sweet, OMG. Crying happy face. Amazing like always!
Oh, real.
Scary Fangirl 2001, what a name, says, waiting so long as I can. OMG Leonard. This is amazing how you write I am in love and I just, yes. Parasite. OMG, is Jackson Perseus a sort of Percy Jackson reference? Yeah, see? Or did that happen to just be a coincidence? Keyboard slam.
Shut up.
305 Unreal replied. Here we go. Hi, yes, this was a Percy Jackson reference. Fuck you, cat. I just finished reading the first book when I wrote that chapter. Oh, he's just like you. Just like you for real.
Yep. How unreal.
305.
Oh.
Whoa. Alexa Delta says, I want to give Leonard a big hug. Same. Me too. Me too, Alexa.
And real.
He deserves it. Not from a machine, but from a real human. Fio055 reads, you know, I gathered my curse today. What? I gathered my curse today, yeah, to finally watch the last 3 episodes of Young Sheldon. Young, Sheldon. And I hope one day, when you do reach that on your story, that someone will be there, specifically for Sheldon. My heart was breaking for everyone in that episode. But I just related to most to Sheldon. And while I am crying right now, I wish that someone was there, holding his hand, understanding him, talking to him, and being there for him. Just because, God, my heart breaks for him. I hope that Leonard might be able to be with him when the time comes in this fic. I kind of want him, I need him not to be alone. I'm writing this halfway through the 2nd episode of the last 3, and my head keeps coming back to this. It is one of my favorite stories of all time. Damn, high compliment. And I hope when the time comes, it will continue to be as beautiful as it always has been. 2 N's. BNN. Continuing to crave its place in my heart. Honestly, thank you, even if this doesn't continue. I know that through your writing, Sheldon had the love he deserves. I'm very emotional, and I'm sorry if I bothered you, but really thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead of you. Waxstick writes, this fic is so sweet, and it makes my teeth hurt.
Aww.
It reminds me so much of going online after school and meeting with my online friends on art sites and stuff, and feeling like it was the only place I fit in. Real. Sheldon is so relatable in that way, but people shy away from it because of how dismissive he is of companionship in the original show at times. The loneliness of being a nerdy and neurodivergent kid is no joke. And this whole fic really gets into that. I also love Star Trek. Thank you for all the references, LOL. Live long and prosper, Spockhead.
All right, well, let's leave a comment real quick. All right, so we'll start it out like usual. Dearest 305 Unreal. Firstly, I want to say that Gustav character is a dick.
Real piece of work.
Real piece of work.
Hopefully someone knocks him down a couple pegs one of these days.
A couple pegs. These days. Okay. And then secondly, thank you for everything. Hope to one day see the return of our
one and only
social skills.
From the one and only 305 Unreal.
Yeah, from the one and only 305 Unreal. Come on, cat. You can spell. Well. Alright, so we have Dearest 305 Unreal. Firstly, I want to say that Gustav character is a dick. Real piece of work. Hopefully someone knocks him down a couple pegs one of these days. Secondly, thank you for everything. Hope to one day see the return of our beloved social skills from the one and only 305 Unreal. Peace and love, Kat and Gustav.
Excellent.
Sind.
Sind.
Wow. You know what?
What a journey.
Round of applause.
Yes.
Round of applause for social skills. It's been a great journey, Gustav. We have you to thank for finding it, but most importantly, we have 305 Unreal to thank for giving this to us.
For their creative mind.
And I think we need to take one more moment of silence for them, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
All right. So,
Well, this,
what shall we rate this chapter?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah. Banger.
I mean, fucking banger, dude. No notes.
No notes.
10 out of 10. the whole thing, 10 out of 10.
And may one day we continue this series.
Hey, fingies crossed.
But I mean, we might be able to for that that bluey thing.
Oh God, I haven't even gone back and checked that shit.
Let me check actually. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I probably could look it up. Oh, I know I can. I'm logged into our account. I can go inbox. Yeah, okay, I'm looking it up.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
No new chapters.
Damn.
Hey, one day. One day.
I need more bluey Maho no Boken. I need it, bro. Oh, we do have the bluey Saw rewrites.
Oh my God, true.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining us today, everybody.
Oh, okay. First of all, King, I'm the one that hosted. I don't know what you're taking over. Right now.
Know. Hey, I'm not.
Not that's not very feminist of you.
I'm not allowed to say anything to the listeners today. All right.
No, let the woman go first.
Go ahead.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining our podcast today. I feel like I speak for everyone when I say thanks for listening. It means a lot. Gustav, do you have anything to say to that nature?
Oh, am I allowed to speak now? Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, and if you wanna talk to us about social skills, young Sheldon, the podcast in general, please, for the love of God, drop us a line at our email, fixandgiggles@gmail.com. And we also have an Instagram and a TikTok that I post so dearly on. And the usernames for both of those are Fix and Giggles. So I guess that's it. Thanks for listening, and
We'll see you next time.
yeah. Bye.
Bye.